Here with Trevon Lambert, Lamar Gray, Spencer Arceneaux, and Trevon Stanford at the West Alabama 63-0 win over Erskine today on Senior Day. I'll start with Trey, Lamar, and Solo. Talk about getting a big time win like this, 63-point win on Senior Day.
I start off by saying we came to the week telling ourselves don't scoot down at that level, make sure we can finish, and don't lose the game that we need for the end of the season. Us not doing what we're supposed to do. So that was our mindset coming to the game, to play to our level and not their level.
I just want to say awesome, just for us to complete what we've done here, our years and time, and kept a lot like that on senior night, and still leave some room for the young guys to get some burn too. So it was just awesome to see the young guys play too, even on our senior day.
I think they pretty much hit all the points and blanks about it. It was pretty awesome to see everybody get some burn on the field. It was pretty good seeing how everybody went out there and just got along. We kind of stayed with us for the week, so just pretty much be ourselves.
Yeah, and Trey Lambert had 2 more sacks today. You came into this game with 9 in the season. That was 3rd in the country. Now you're up to 11. Easily leads the GSC. Talk about the season you're having and how you're just able to disrupt the backfield so much.
I just give it all to my coaches, man, my teammates. They push me every day. The offensive line, they go hard with me every day. I just work. The coaches, they keep me up. I like 2 games I went without a sack. The coaches, they just kept telling me keep going. My teammates was encouraging me, and the last 2 games that we had, I bounced back, got back. We had 2 sacks each game, and I just want to thank my teammates and my coaches for keep trusting in me and keep pushing.
Yeah, Lamar caught a pick today on Senior Day, 3rd interception of the season. Having an all GSC type of year. Talk about the season you're having and just your performance today overall.
Honestly, it all just come from trusting what the program has provided for them. You know what I'm saying? Cause, it haven't been easy, to be honest, but like it gets easier. You know what I'm saying? With what they provided. Like coaches always put me in the right spots when they played. Sometimes I didn't know the play come, but coach called that play. He knew it would come. So, but today it was just special. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I prayed last night, talked to my dad last night. It's just like he was out there with me.
And for Spence, had a career high 4 touchdowns last week against Shorter. Had another 4 touchdowns today. 8 touchdowns in the last 2 games. Talk about how you're playing heading into the postseason.
I think we're starting to play some clean football. I think we're still leaving some points out there. I know we scored 63 today, but there's still some miscues that we got to clean up. But overall, I feel like we're playing some clean football these last 2 games, and it's going to give us momentum going into the playoffs. So, yeah, excited about that.
Yeah, Solo, one of the best defenses in the country here at West Alabama. You one of the best players on that defense. 55 tackles to end the regular season. Over 10 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. Just talk about the year that you had. Give yourself a little pitch. Defensive Player of the Year in the GSC, all GSC. I'll give you a pitch out there.
Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, that was on my mind going in at the beginning of the season, but somewhat throughout the season, I really just lost track of all that. I just wanted to be the best person I could for my brothers. I see them bothering with me. I was never really alone on the field, so I just want to say I was able to do this by myself. I did it with the other 10, the 2 group that came in behind them. They kind of pushed me to get to where I am. I just work hard every day. I never let my brothers go without seeing me work hard, and I think I just feed off their energy. So if I do get all GSC Defensive Player of the Year, I get all my recognition to them boys.
Yeah, and I'll finish up by asking all of y'all. 9-1 to end the regular season. That's the best season here at West Alabama since 1971. Just talk about the year you all have put together heading into this next season.
I'll start off. I'll say back in the spring, we went real hard with we got a little thing called water bamboo where we grind it out every day. It's something hard that you gotta go through. A lot don't make it through, but the one we got, they made it through. And this summer was real special. Early in the summer, we had the whole team here, and I've been here for 4 years. And in the summertime, we never had the whole team really here during the summer. And that's something that it was just special to see that this year, and we knew if we just stayed together and kept working this song and stick with each other like we did, it'll turn out like this.
I'm just saying, like, piggyback on what Trey said, like, this year, I mean, I've been here a couple years, but this year been one of the first years we just been together since the summer, like, all collectively. Like, we had the most attendance in the summer since I've been here. And I feel like that's just been a big piece of us gelling and having chemistry together. So even when we do get down out there, everybody else know how to pick each other up and the other people know how to respond just from relationship.
Also, the coaches have really pushed our mindset, mindset training. I really think that's come back because, I mean, we've been in multiple situations where adversity hits, but nobody ever really panics, nobody ever really folds. I mean, tensions may get high or whatnot, but everybody knows, like, in our head and in our hearts that we got this, Also, like, the brotherhood. I've never been on a team. I mean, high school, college, I ain't been on a team like this where, I mean, Solo said it yesterday, like, you can cut somebody out or they can cut you out one day and then come back the next day and y'all are good. Like, it is what it is. Like, everybody knows we're trying to achieve one thing, and we all got our mindset on that.
Achieving this 9-1 season, it's been hard for a lot of people. Pretty much everybody on the team that helped work to get us here, it's been hard for them, from players to coaches to trainers to really everybody just dealing with the football team. We faced a lot of adversity just before going into the season outside of football, and over the past few years, I felt like that was the hindrance, or what really stopped us from being what we capable of doing, what y'all see right now. I feel like we could have did this a couple of years, but we just ain't know how to gel together. But through God, through all our brothers on the team that got tired of just sitting around being complacent doing the same thing, we just ready to show everybody what we're capable of. And yeah, 9-1, coming from up.
Everybody bought in. It's a big thing.
So, well, congrats to you for the win. We'll see you play football here next week.
So, go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
All right, here with head coach Brett Gilliland at the West Alabama 63-0 win over Erskine today. Coach, let's talk about the performance, especially on senior day, putting out performance like this to end the regular season.
Well, we came out and did what we needed to do, and it was good because obviously it was senior day, and there's always a lot of emotion tied to that. We had 30 seniors we recognized before the game. That's a huge number. In today's transfer world, I don't know that you'll see that number at places anymore. But we got guys, I think only 2 of them, this was their first year in the program. I mean, it's guys that have been here, have come up through the program. Over the last 5 or 6 years, we've averaged, I think, 23 or 24 seniors in each class. I mean, so it's a sign of a healthy program, a healthy culture. And so for those guys, especially the ones that were here last year and the year before, where we didn't achieve what we wanted to achieve. And last year, I think we were 2-4 at one point, and that's hard in today's culture to bounce back from. And a lot of times people throw in the towel, and really that's the moment I think the majority of those guys we recognize today really came together and said, no, we got to change something. And we went 3-1 the rest of the year last year, and I think that really kicked off where we are right now. And so. Just a special class, so really glad to get to do it. Glad some of them, that have been down the line guys or special teams guys got to play on offense and defense and make some plays too. So it was special.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Travis Blanks, he's not a senior, but he's getting a touchdown today. Hunter Kilpatrick, senior Jalen Henderson scoring. I'm just talking about being able to play that many guys and they shine the way they did tonight.
Well, it's great. It's great for those guys because they put in a lot of work, to not be in the limelight. But they've been doing their role, whatever their role is, they've been doing it and doing it well. And so for them to get something in return, it really is special, and I'm excited that we were able to do that.
Yeah, talk about your defense. Pitched their 3rd shutout of the year. I don't know if that's been done here. I'll have to go back and check. I'm not sure. But that's a rare number to pitch 3 shutouts in a season. Let's talk about the way your defense has performed the whole season.
Well, they prepare a certain way every day. Coach Ceason and Steigers and Hampton and the whole defensive staff do excellent job of being very systematic with the approach of preparation. And the opponent doesn't matter. The scheme really doesn't matter. We go through those things because you have to, but it's all about the order and the steps of being prepared and having the right mindset every time you come into a meeting, every time you go to the practice field, and so they believe in it, and our coaches do a great job of putting them in the right position. And our defense is based on doing your job and letting the big plays come to you. We got a lot of guys who've had a lot of big plays throughout the year, but it's because they're doing their job and the big plays created that way. And the times that you get in trouble as a defense, you try to do too much, you try to create a play yourself, not within the scheme. And so, it's a physical bunch that plays really good football.
Yeah, you finished out the regular season 9-1. That's the best regular season record since 1971, the national championship team. Let's talk about that and heading into the playoffs, what that does for you confidence-wise.
Well, I think it is a big deal. And, I've got some ties to that team. And saw two of them down there just a minute ago. I think the coolest part is I know what that 71 team was and the brotherhood they had. And coming through, those guys just sat here and said it, but coming through the spring and the summer, we started seeing that build with this group. And that's the difference. I mean, that's what sets it apart. Is they care about each other. One of them said it. They trust one another. We're all trying to get the same job done. And they bought into that. And when you buy into that, you have a good group of coaches and good athletes. Big things happen. And we're 9-1. That's huge. You think back to those last 4 games. What's that? 12-2 over the last 14 games with this group, and at a time when everything could have folded if we didn't have a culture. And so that's what you do as a program. You build a culture and you hope the guys buy into it, and that's what they've done. And that puts us to really cool things like being 9-1, being undefeated at home, being in a situation where we know they can't keep us out of the playoffs tomorrow. And that's all stuff that those guys went out and did and they earned. And excited.
Yeah, this is the last question, man. Talk about putting your position in the hosting a playoff game next weekend. We'll see who we're playing tomorrow. What's the message to the fans to get them coming out, have Target Stadium rocking, and just being able to host a playoff game?
Yeah, unless a lot of things change from the regional rankings last week, I think we'll have a really good shot to host and should host one. And so that's a big deal. And our guys feed off of that energy. We're undefeated at home. Our guys made a commitment in the spring when we were doing those tough workouts they were just talking about. They made a commitment that this stadium meant something. And so we need people in the stands. We need people loud. We need people cheering, giving us a home field advantage, because that's what this team has gone out and earned. And so I'm excited to find out how that all sorts out tomorrow. I think after looking through everything, unless a whole bunch of stuff changes today, I think we will host a game, and we need as many Tiger fans in them seats as we can get them, because it's been a long time since playoff home games around here. We ain't had too many playoff home games in the history of this school, so I think it's something that alumni, donors, fans should be really, really proud of, and should come out and make sure that they're in the stands next week.
Yes, sir. Well, congrats on the win today, and we'll see you next week.
Appreciate it. Go Tigers.